Project management, if you now ask me, the importance of anything is its use, is its practical utility. And today, if you look across the nation, I mean, there are thousands and thousands. Can anybody guess how much of money will be spent on in our infrastructure projects? India's infrastructure projects? Some guesstimate.
Crores and crores of rupees.
No, guesstimate. You must tell me. 1 crore, 2 crore. India is going to spend minimum 100,000 crores. In the coming, not last, in the coming few years, I think in the coming 2-3 years, or maximum 3 years, massive amount of infrastructure projects are now has been now lined up, and it will happen. It has started. It has been going on. Not that it was not going on. It was going on, but then in India is moving. The whole infrastructure is, there are lots of projects going on. And when a project goes on, there are the small sub projects, smaller sub projects. Everything starts happening. So project management and the critical thing is project management has to be successfully completed. If it is not, we have problems. We have a next huge problem. India also had many problems because many of the projects has not been completed on time or have been abandoned. Worst part of it is to abandon. So we are all here. Anything. There are two things. One is the project management, another one is the operations type of management. Once it has happened, the factory is getting made, constructed. So from the initial date of the start of the project to the factory has now been commissioned. That is project. And then the factory has started production, and the production goes on and on. That is operations. That is the simplest definition of the difference between project and operations. So as you go on digging deeper, then there are many things come, and then you find excitement. Oh, okay, is this a new product introduction? Is it a project or anything operations? A new product introduction, is it a project or an operation? Just respond to me. Will it come under project or under operation? A new product introduction. That product can be anything. That product can be
It would be complete project, sir.
Is it a project or is it an operation? Part of operation.
It would be complete project because there may be the multiple operations, and this will be going into the iterative cycles.
Absolutely, yes. Yes, it is a project. So, and then, the skills of project managers are very, very a high level of skills a combination of skills are required. So project management skills are much sought after. If you have handled a project, big project, I don't say any small project, every project or everything has an experience, but the experience of handling big projects, be it a construction project, be it a factory installation, or be it a software project, these are all valuable, extremely valuable experience. So, what we will do is we will try to see the different phases or the different activities covered under project management to the extent it is required. And then we will also try to do some quiz to test our level of understanding and challenge us. These are all interesting quiz because as such, we think, okay, we have a good understanding. But then these pieces are so structured that then it will challenge you. So we will do that. So now to start with, let us go to the slides. Just a second. Can you all see the slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay. A little bit of past and present. Everyone carries out projects. A student is carrying out so many projects. Oh, projects. Our principal madam will definitely tell us, yes, schools, the children have got so many projects to do. They are all given projects. Yes, they are projects. Everyone carries out projects. Even when we are working, we are giving a task, you are giving something, yes, complete it. Milestones are given, completed by this date. That's also actually a project. And every role in every organization. Projects can be of any size, from one person doing his or her homework to thousands of people working together with billion-dollar budgets. It's not that only huge work that we see are projects. Even a small one person doing his or her homework is also a project. The skills of a project management. Yes, we need planning skills. These are all a management. What are the tasks of management? We all must have read or something we remember. Planning, organizing, I don't remember, Pods Corp or something like that. Then coordinating, then all those thing. I think our in the late 1930s or somewhere like that, Fayol and all others, they gave us those planning and other work of the tasks of management. But specific skills are required for project management. They are planning, communication, delivering results, monitoring risk, and managing resources. These are specific skills. Planning is a skill.
Sir, time management skills are also.
Huh?
Time management skills.
अच्छा wait कब आएगा वो भी स्किल है वो तो है ही communication is a skill delivering results within the time is a skill monitoring risk please remember this is a new thing comparatively new thing when project management as a subject evolved they did talk about risks. If you now look at the project management body of knowledge, you will find risk very much there. It is identified as one of the main skills and the main requirement of any project management. So monitoring risks. And after COVID, after the experience of COVID across the world, this risk is now getting maximum amount of attention. And then, of course, managing resources. These are the skills that have been identified for project management. It can be supplemented by several other skills and will be there. They will be there. But these skills in general, you must have a very high level of planning skill, because if you have to change the plan, you have to change if required the plan. How do I change it? Not just like that. It's an elaborate as the whole project goes complex and complex. You have to think about how to change the plan, or else kar diya. That means done. It's not the way. Communication, very high level of skill is required, because we know project management is working through teams, delivering results, keeping in mind all the time delivering results. It's not, we are not right now saying all those things, KPI and other things will be there, monitoring. The delivering results mean monitoring. Now it is everybody talks about dashboard and all those things. Fine, they are all fine. But what are those skills? The skills are planning, communicating, delivering, monitoring what? Monitoring risk, and then managing the resource. Okay, ठीक है? Okay. Different industry sectors may this can be applied, from a single business owner's situation to agriculture, natural resource, art, media, entertainment, building, construction, energy, utilities. Huge plants are being installed. World's largest, I think, solar plants are now getting installed. Massive, massive solar plant. India will be producing the largest solar energy. Engineering design. Some of the most fascinating engineering design work is going on now. Fashion. India is now also entering into getting recognition as a destination of fashion. Finance, we all know this also. Health, human service. Just imagine. I will just off the cuff, I will ask question. Maybe if somebody knows the answer, give the answer. If somebody doesn't know, we don't know, it doesn't matter. We will search later on. I may also not know. I do not know many things, but at least I now know how to search and how to find out. Health human service. The moment I see this health human service, you can pretty well imagine what's happening there. Some of the largest hospitals are now are being made, and as they are being made in a single location, I don't know what's the largest hospital now. How many bed? Earlier, 800 bed hospital. Oh, it is huge. Then 1,000 bed hospital, single location, single build location, 1,000 bed, massive. I don't know now what is the largest one which is coming out. Is it 2,000? Is it 2,200? Find it out. And what's the largest in the world? And along with it is coming another two, three subjects in the health and human service, the IT, health IT. They're all specific projects. It's an extremely challenging area, the health sector IT. And just imagine Industry 4.0, the thing that is being talked about and something has started in our country also. If you look at hospitality, tourism, manufacturing, education, public service, retail, transportation, IT, everywhere. So, and many more industry sectors. These project managements, they are there. Anywhere some work is started going on, it's happening. Now you tell me, installation of equipment in a plant, is it a project? Yes or no?
Yes.
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 Yes. Fundraising. And when you say yes, the next question after this will be, why did you say? Why did you say so? What's the definition of a project? We will raise that question. But before that, tell me, is fundraising a project?
No.
Fundraising is not a project.
Yes.
Is it yes? I hear a no. Did I hear a yes? Or everybody is on no?
No, it is yes, according to me.
Hmm.
I feel it is yes.
I also agree with Ozo. If the fundraising has the multiple sources and we are raising the funds from the multiple sources and it has multiple cycles, then obviously it would be a project. If for fundraising, if just it's a crowdfunding or a single cycle, a single operation, a single process is there, then it would be an operation.
Okay. Okay. Keep those in mind. Okay. Now, movie making, somebody here was also involved in that. Movie making,
It's a project, sir.
who was that?
Logeshwari, sir.
Yogeshwari. Okay. Okay. Teaching a course. Now,
BC.
this is for Madam Annie Williams. Teaching a course. Is it a project?
So it is a project, I feel.
Good. Yep. Okay. Okay. Designing a campaign, an advertising campaign. What is it?
It's a
Designing
project, though.
a campaign.
Sir, designing is very important for any project, sir.
You are diverting. Simple.
Because which matters a lot, because during designing, there are so many parameters we have to think, we have to study, and then according to that, we have to design a particular project.
Okay.
If some parameter may be missing in that case, so we have to, that segment wise, we have to do with that project.
So you are saying yes, it's the project. Now somebody please tell me, auditing accounts, what is it?
It's an operation.
An operation.
Operations, sir.
Technically, the answer is all of them are projects. Now start thinking. Especially auditing accounts, especially that one, fundraising, and especially designing an advertisement campaign. They're also projects. But think about it. Okay. Just hold on. Is there any history? Yes, there are histories. Projects have been there for a pretty long time, pretty long time, since the start of civilization. Pyramids could not have been done without project management. Impossible. Pyramids are how old? Yes. Pyramids are how old? Some figure. 1,000 years back, 2,000, 3,000, 3,000 BC. 3,000 BC, before Christ. That means 5,000, minimum 5,000 years ago back. You have heard about it? If you have, has anybody heard about it? If not, afterwards, just have a look at it. It's a very interesting phenomenon. Prehistoric time, the architecture, the prehistoric time architecture. It's in England. You must know that Stonehenge is one of the most awe-inspiring achievement of mankind. Nobody knows who did it, but those are Stonehenge, stone structures which are standing. Some say it is about burial and all those things. But how did they manage to, just for like that, and how did they manage to bring those stones there? Unthinkable right now, even now. But they did it. So These are all classic examples of project management. The way they had put the way they had put that massive granite stone on the Tanjavur temple in Tamil Nadu. They were just wondering how could somebody there at that point of time put such a huge granite stone on the top of a temple. How is it possible? No way it can happen, but it has happened. So they found out how they ultimately they found out this must be the only way. It was a classic example of project management. Read about that. Mass human migrations are also examples of project management. Can you tell me one example of a mass human migration? Human migration, mass human migration.
Laborers migrating
Hmm?
due to COVID.
Which one?
Laborers migrating due to COVID.
Example. This country had faced it. Partition time. This country faced it. Mass human migration. Then again, during Bangladesh time, mass human migration, and they were all resettled in Dandakaranno. Those are all classic again examples of again and again quoted in project management. In the late 19th century, this started. The construction of intercontinental railroad and other large projects started in the late 19th century. So these are all infrastructure activities. That also drew the attention of the project managers and project management skills and the need for a project management course. All those things that as a separate stream of learning of subject. In the early 20th century, many things started happening. So many things happened in the early 20th century, including the great man Frederick Taylor, fantastic man, scientific management of industrial process. He is the one who gave the science. Today, whatever we are doing, whatever we are studying, and whatever the way we are operation, our organization structures, and everything, anything, any damn thing under management is actually this is the father, a great man, controversial. He studied like anything, and his observation was so powerful. And then he came out with his as a scientific management, principles of scientific management. It's fascinating. You must also update, because once you know those things how it happened, then you get inspired, and wherever you are, whatever you are doing, your ways of looking at it, your thoughts, your thinking pattern will change. They do change. Next, along with this man, there was a man who was also working with him. He is another genius. They are all genius, exceptional genius. Henry Gant. Anybody has a little bit of exposure of project management, or even in their work life, they must be having. Hey, look how let us draw when this task will be done and all. Let us draw it in a chart. Then the Gantt chart came. Immediately you'd start drawing the Gantt chart like this, like that. Gantt chart. So known. This man's name was Henry Gant. You worked along with him. Both of them worked for quite some time, for 5 years together. Then this man went on giving scientific management and became a world. Everywhere you go and you see that it starts with any management course, anything starts with him. And project management can't be taught even without the name of Henry Gant. So, Henry Gant is such is the contribution. Fast forward, then we have in the mid of the 20th century. Remind you, it is all the CPM and part. They are powerful tools. Tools and techniques are also there, but these are limited. Every tool and technique can be applied in any situation, but CPM and part, critical path method, and the program evaluation and review technique. These are two special techniques. They were developed during the 1950s. In the 1950s, this was during there was a submarine and spacecraft race. The race of submarine making submarines. The race for making spacecraft and putting it out into the space, and then putting it out into and landing in moon. There was a race going on between these two countries, and then later to be many of us joined, including India, and also has been making great strides. Project management is a very high level skill required for ISRO, for DRDO, all those organizations. Part is when there was a Polaris submarine work going on. The name of the whole project is known as the Polaris, if I am not mistaken. Polaris gave rise to the PART technique, program evaluation and review technique, and networking. The project bole to networking. Project bole to networking. We will see a little bit of networking if we can do. Networking is a pen and pencil and a chart work, but let us see. So project management developed, and very soon, with the coming of the those software projects when they started coming, they immediately realized that different skills have to be brought together to complete a project. Think about the huge. Even it started with the submarine, with the space, with everything, but when it becomes commercial, where the big Boeing company, big your gigantic turbine and all those things to be put, and without that, the next activity, the turbines are not made in proper time, then the next activity of power generation will not take place. So time management and the combination of skills, integration of skills, and all those things give rise to software. A software which has to perform so many tasks. All those give rise to a professional, a separate professional skill stream being generated. And America is always America. Remember that. No other country in this matter. America is well ahead all other countries. So China, whatever China shouts and other things, America remains America till date. I don't think ever, because it draws all the best minds till date, and therefore it happens there. So it was only matter of time when that started thinking of a project management institute type PMI, and then the project management as a subject also got they teach project management in their management schools. I think here also they are teaching. I myself taught project management several years back in a management school, and then, but that was several years back. But then the project body of PM BOK, it is known as PM BOK, and then they conduct that PMP examination, which is really tough. They are to stop you. They are not to, but other courses are there, other certifications are there, but they remain the you have to read, think, and challenge yourself, and then appear in the course and fail. But then again, you again try, and like that. It's good. But then India till date doesn't have. But a good thing only, because before my retirement, I know, because the planning commission, the GDN planning commission, it was also thought, and today in the Niti Aayog, they also thought about the importance of project management, how to do it in India, in which year they had started thinking. And then came the COVID, and then everything got upset. But India is realizing that this area needs a much attention. So how do we do it? So, and the need is huge. You learn these skills. You learn this little bit. These tools and techniques are not statistics or anything. They are there. They will be there, but they are a little different. Your typical managerial skills. As my friend said, time management, can it be learned? Yes, of course it can be learned. How can I learn? Now that is a $1 million question. So, but you need to have, if you have a good project manager, you need to finish the project on time. And it is not a simple project like that. Suppose on time, a massive bridge has to be constructed. And a railway bridge. It's no joke. So today many organizations are offering certification course. Thanks to Professor Datta, he also had been thinking that this is area where a good amount of skills are needed to be built up. Guys should know. So he conceived this course, MTC Global Leadership Institute, and they conceived a project management leader program. So that's how this course is taking place. And we hope that gradually over the time, this course and such other all other courses there should be people should all our management students, technical students, they should be exposed. Anything, not by technical, I'm not meaning only engineering, I'm meaning technical, any domain knowledge specialists should be exposed to these skills. They should know these skills. And today, increasing recognition is being as a specialized level of skill. These are the certification, certified project management professional, certified associate for project management. It is now, I think, in the sixth edition. They keep on happening. No? These editions, they keep on changing. Well, that's also another little trick. But then, okay, we have to leave because things keep on changing. I work in the area of international standards. That's where I've been doing when the request from any committee they were forming, and then finally request used to come to India, ISO, and then they will spread it to all those organizations, professional bodies, then contribute, give your thoughts, all those things. I've been working in this ISO area for a pretty long time. And a very interesting thing that there are ISO standards. Please take a note of it. ISO 21500. ISO means international standard. ISO is a standard. This is a document. ISO, just like your ISO 9000, ISO any other 14,000, which many of you are knowing at least the name. So this is an ISO 21500 standard, and in 2021, even before PMBOK or the Project Management Institute is in USA, and ISO is an international body. The recognition of ISO is internationally. This is a initiative of a professionals, but ISO is an property of the world. It's a grand thing. Those ISO, ILO, IEC, those are all international bodies, just like your United Nations. These are all professional bodies. So they have come out. Now, this subject I find, project management, they are active on this area. In 2021, they have come out with the new standards. Very, very recent. I also have just seen it. I haven't gone through it. So maybe in the future, when we go through it, then we will incorporate many of them because they are aligned to each other. They have to be aligned. We also have heard about as things develop, as management concept develop, as lean and other subjects came, Six Sigma, lean, all those things came. So the development was here also. There was something known as agile. So we will little bit look into that bit also, agile, not in this session, but in the next session. And integration, agile integration, we will definitely look. Then, okay, this is a summary. No need for spending any much time on summary. Now, okay, any question? Any question? Or just let me bring chapter. Yes, Shegley, you have any question?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, let us now go to chapter 2. Okay, hang on. Okay, visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So till now we just saw it was like a warm-up session, little warm-up that we know key project is not new. Project has been there since civilization, start of civilization. Classic examples from pyramids to today when we have very sophisticated big or now in the age of cyber, everything is happening on a cyber situation when and we are in a situation of so-called industry 4.0 where everything is technology based, software based, IT based. Project management remains its importance grows. So and the skills, some specific skills, any two specific skills. You now tell me. Anybody just tell me off the cuff. Any two specific skills. Time management nahi chalega. But now any other two skills. Cut. One skill is
Sir, communication is very important in this.
obviously. So it was there communication. One. Another one. Fast one bolo.
Risk monitoring.
ना वो तो बाद वाला पहले वाला बोलो पी से
Planning, sir.
प्लानिंग मॉनिटरिंग रिस्क planning इस पे काफी we will have to give much emphasis on planning. Okay.
So, in addition to planning, in fact, leadership, communication, scheduling, risk management.
No, don't say leadership. This will come later. It will come later. The skills is planning. The skill is delivering results. The skill is monitoring risk. The skill is communicating. And those things, which leadership skills and other skills, will all be there. It is not that they are not there. Everywhere, the mentors are very. As you go up, as you manage those skills, but a planning skill can be demonstrated as you have to demonstrate that you have these skills if you are working in the project management area.